Hello there, this is Bethany. Nearly a year ago, my man, our daughter, and myself left our comfortable and established lifestyle in Ontario, Canada, for a life we always chatted about during morning coffee. Fast-tracking our retirement plans, chasing our dreams, risking our future in the race against old age, we purchased 7 unseen acres in the wilderness of Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia. We downsized everything we owned, loaded up a trailer, our dog, 2 cats, an ATV, and hauled them to our new land. What we knew for sure was our life was about to make a drastic change. What we didn't know was that we were relocating to the most gorgeous place we've ever seen. We took a chance and it was worth it. Join us as we navigate through our new RV lifestyle, new climate, new landscape, new wildlife, building a world we dreamed of in a place only seen in postcards from the ground up. Thanks for visiting, and subscribe to my channel if you would enjoy the content of a 40-something gal running away into the woods with her family. Hey guys, so Mooch and I were very busy over the weekend down at the sanctuary. You wouldn't believe all that we have cleared. I told myself that I would continue to pluck away at it every day after work this week, and that I would not stop until the sanctuary was ready for the camper. When we first arrived here to our land, we literally had no idea what we purchased. I mean, that's the absolute truth. I will never, ever forget entering the forest portion of our property and seeing for the first time this little hidden river 50 feet from the road. It was completely saturated with fallen trees and limbs and brush, but I saw beyond that chaos. I saw a beautiful sanctuary with so much potential. I literally said to Mooch right then and there, like, wow, our own little sanctuary. And he followed up with, this would make a great campsite. And I totally agreed. The first week arriving here is like a vivid memory in my mind's eye, specifically upon discovering the sanctuary. I took a picture, of course, and immediately sent it to my sister. Can you believe this? In all cap letters. I told her, I picture sitting here with you, having coffee and visits. I wish you were here. And I followed it with a heart emoji. And she responded, I'm always with you in spirit. And I know she is. And from that moment on, I've called this area the sanctuary, and would daydream every day that my sister would one day be sitting there with me. And then one day she actually was, when her and my family came to visit last summer. My heart burst having them here, and their mark continues to dwell on our land of dreams. I picture them everywhere. But this sanctuary, this place is reserved just for my sister. I feel close to her when I'm down here. Whether I'm relaxing or having a coffee, soaking in the nature, or whether I'm sweating and slugging and working on the land, she is always on my mind. I called it the super secret sanctuary, and after her visit, she added sisters. So now it's called the super secret sisters sanctuary, and it is forever etched in my soul. But hey, y'all, I didn't come down here to stroll around getting all sentimental. I actually came down here to work. I will give a proper tour of the sanctuary before this video ends and outline our plans. That way you can visualize our visuals. So far, we have trimmed down so many trees, cut and moved the brush section by section, cleared away fallen debris. It really opened things up, and we felt instant gratification as we were working on it over the weekend. Along with the land cleanup, I've also spent a great deal of time actually in the water, moving rocks and removing the debris and pulling out logs and redirecting the flow of the river to our liking. Scanning around, I already know my next plan of action. As Mooch would say, well, get working. It ain't gonna move itself.
This summer I'll be by your side. A wonder that you can't describe. How long will you wait for me? I want you to see what I see. I see you. How I see you. I'm looking down, it's really far. I felt a tingle in my heart. The sun has set and stars will appear. In many ways it's great up here. Somehow life goes on. The stars we know are gone. In this lonely place I still see your face. I go round and round until every sound is a symphony from my heartbeat. Somehow life goes on. The stars we know are gone. Can you let you be? When lights go out, you're in my mind. I close my eyes, so it's just you and I tell myself you'll be back again. When the stars are aligned, we will dance in the meadow on our favorite place. When spring is coming, where are you now? I hope you're fine, but I won't lie, I still miss you so much. But I don't hold grudge.
We're having a little lace sweat. I find lace sweats are loud. Depends. It can last a few hours, it can last a few days. And when it's gone, it just goes real quiet. It seems like it. There's 4 buses in this area that don't drive in lace sweats because some of these roads, there's stretches of the road that is so open and so gusty that even transport trucks will tip over. Within the first month we were here, there was a transport truck tipped over, went right off the road, flew right off the road, and it was just over here. Yeah, so there's no buses running on this side of the island today, which is safe. And I'm gonna just stay down in my dog shop. The RV is all clean, everything's caught up, there isn't laundry to do, there's no dishes to wash. I actually went around and cleaned the windows this morning for fun. I just, I got started wiping one window and then I'm like, oh, this one could use a little wipe too. Next thing you know, I've got the cleaner out and I'm doing all the windows. We're doing very well. We're ahead of the game for spring cleanup. I think the next thing I'd love to do on the next warmish day is actually wash the outside of the RV, wipe it all down, wipe down windows. And yeah, then I washed all the bedding, and yeah, everything seems to be really nice and cleaned up. And I did a lot of work at the sanctuary again yesterday. Things are plucking along really, really nicely for spring so far. So this morning I have a pretty easy day today. I have a dog coming for a nail trim first, and then I have a little dog coming for grooming, and then I have a meet and greet, a dog that I'm going to start grooming next week, a new dog. And I give my customers the option of meeting me first and let their dogs come and sniff around and smell me and just kind of, let me touch them and that way when they do come for grooming, they recognize me already. So I do have a meet and greet after that, and then that's it for the day. So not a super strenuous day. I've got a podcast lined up. I got into this podcast called Real Survival Stories. I think they're based out of the UK, but I love real survival stories. It kind of scares me when I listen to them a little bit because most of these survival stories begin with a very simple mistake, like a very avoidable mistake. For example, you're walking, you're hiking, and you don't look down, but there's a rock there, and you're looking up, and you slip on the rock, and you fall down cliff, and you're stuck stranded with a boulder on your leg, and next thing you know, you're 3 days in the wilderness waiting for helicopters and whatever. So it scares me a little bit because I do a lot of what these people do. Hiking, kayaking, just, being outside and that, and just a simple little mistake, not even a mistake, a lapse of attention, and you can find yourself in some sticky situations. So I kind of learned a little bit from these survival stories. Pay attention when you're out on the trail. There's also, you may be able to pay attention, but there's also stories of wildlife encounters and wildlife attacks. So that kind of scares me a little bit too. So why I listen to these podcasts, I don't know. Okay, guys, so here's the official tour of the sanctuary, starting from the entrance, which is located at the base of our lakeside property driveway. Our property line runs 60 feet wide and goes roughly 6 acres long, and it's all wilderness into the mountains. I call this the mountainside, and the sanctuary is the entrance. There is one more tree, at least for now, that we want to cut down, and then I think we'll be ready to move the tent trailer over. These are all old apple trees down here. And then there's plum trees on the other side. They really needed a good trim and clean up. So we moved all the trimmings and weaved them into walls that marked our property line somewhat. There's just so much brush, we had to do something with it. So we also have this old rusted out scrap vehicle sitting here. And it's starting to kind of grow into the earth now, which is a little bit neat, I think. It's like an unsolved mystery, you know? This is the area that I had just cleaned up, and the tent trailer will sit right about here. Imagine waking up in the morning, opening the door, and poof, paradise at your feet. I have the umbrella over there. It was raining when I came down, but it has since stopped raining. So I kept that umbrella there and thought it could help act as a landmark so you don't get lost while we stroll around on this tour. So as you can see, it has been really just cleaned up and opened up and freshened up. And Manfred stood here and said, you know, he was looking out and he's like, yep, bunkie here, tent there. We envisioned a little campground, a quiet and private retreat, if you will. We would like a campfire pit and a cooking area with I would love a big cooking wok type thing over the fire. Can't you see it? Like street tacos at the sanctuary. So that's about the extent of my tour. Not much to it, but I look forward to sharing all new progress with you. In fact, I thought of something fun to do. I think for every video I upload, I will pan around the sanctuary, standing in the same location. Then each week, I will attach the new pan to the last one, and so on, so we can watch the changes throughout this next year together. And at the end of the year, I'll post the full version of all the pans together as one. That would be so fun to see, I think, showing not just changes to the space, but also as it changes and flows through each season. Ooh, sounds really cool, actually. Okay, yes, I will be doing that.
Well, I thought I knew what life was all about. That song had already been sung. I was going on, still minding my own business. Never knew the life had just begun.
And now there she is, the beloved tent trailer. Having it parked at the sanctuary for campouts will be like having our own little getaway. Like our home on wheels away from our home on wheels. Oh, it'll be amazing. But now I have some sad news. I don't know why I get so attached and so sentimental about my possessions, but I do. I truly cherish everything that we own, including my precious car, which is also my first no-build car camper. This car once belonged to my mother, and over the years, I've put my own little mark on her. But alas, she has officially died. And Manfred and I have always had a new or new-to-us truck in our moving budget plans, and we're actually surprised that we made it this far with the Tucson. She fought the good fight. She got me to paradise, and she gave me tons of boondock car camping memories to last my lifetime, but I will surely miss her. So I guess that means I'm building out a truck camper now? You think I'm joking, but I am not. I will never give up my Gulf Shore boondock campouts, not ever. Even if I have to ride up on a bicycle with my 2-man tent. Manfred agreed we will be getting another reliable truck for longer hauls and nicer rides. So this blue beauty will be the new bum around errand vehicle for me and my new camper on wheels. That would be a yes. Yes, we will be getting a topper for that truck bed. Big boring wink to ya. Am I a truck camper now? Thanks for stopping in today, friends. I hope you were all well on your side of the world. Mwah! Ciao for now.